Susan, it's Bismarck-Henning and Armstrong-Potomac. We're about 2.5 minutes away, so we're going to take a break. We'll come back. We'll get the starting lineups, and then we'll get ready for tip of our championship game. You're listening to 1490 WDAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com. This is the 2014 Vermilion County Girls Basketball Tournament. Thank you, Matt. We'll just stay right here with you.
The band sounds fantastic. It's the Bismarck-Henning Rock and Blue Band.
They are. They're great. And the conductor, they've got the keyboard out there and everything.
Yeah, Mr. Schrader, he's fantastic.
He is. He's a great guy. Great guy, and he's just rocking and rolling there. They've kind of kept the place popping all night long.
Oh, their sound is good. The drummer's going after it. They're dancing with their instruments. That's always a fun time when the band is rocking and gets the crowd going.
And a great crowd tonight here at the David S. Palmer Arena. And I hope you'll join us tomorrow night as well if you can't be here. And I hope you'll tune in to either 1490 WDAN, 94.9 K-Rock, or VermilionCountyFirst.com, because this week, Susan, has been fantastic basketball. You know, it's been cold outside, but it's been nice and toasty in here, and a lot of good people have came out. The kids have had fun. I know they enjoy playing here as well. As we get ready, we're a minute away from getting to the starting lineups.
They do. You know, I kind of wish that they would have the volleyball tournament here. I don't know if they can get the volleyball things into the ice, but it'd be great atmosphere for that as well. It's just, you know, fun time. People can get out. There's not a bad seat in the house, and it's always great to see all the county schools here at once.
It is, and a lot of the teams that aren't even playing tonight, you know, especially the boys too, you see them in the crowd, you see the cheerleaders from each school out here. It's just a fun place to be tonight.
Oh, it definitely is, and yeah, that's what I love about this atmosphere. Get out and watch some really good basketball, and we've had some really good basketball this evening.
And we have, and I'm excited to finish up here with the championship game of the 2014 Girls Vermilion County Tournament. And we'll get ready to meet the starting lineups. As we got Bismarck-Henning versus Armstrong-Potomac. You said they've split already this year, and I think after last game, we've seen so many runs this way, that way, back and forth. I think we could see that again here in the championship game.
Oh, yes, I agree. I agree. It's going to come up to who can knock down the shots and who can stop someone on defense, and both teams have those abilities.
They just announced the vehicle needs to be moved. I really hope it's not mine.
It's not mine either.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, on behalf of the Vermilion County Principals Association, we'd like to welcome you to the David S. Palmer Arena for the championship game of the 2014 Vermilion County Girls Basketball Tournament.
Great job here by the PA guys, the scores bench. Everybody does a great job here.
That's John Tosh from Westville. He's such a great guy.
For the visiting Blue Devils from Bismarck-Henning, under head coach Mike Stevens, assisted by Joe Foster, Kayla Foster, and Hannah Ohl. Starting at guard, a 5'4" senior, number 10, Maddie Winkler.
Maddie Winkler's a senior, played basketball 4 years, volleyball, cross country, and track.
Athlete.
Oh, yeah, all the way around.
Hipsher, assisted by Keith O'Banion. Starting at guard, a junior, number 2, Abby Stewart.
Stewart, a junior guard.
She's also volleyball and runs track for the Oakwood Armstrong Co-op.
5'8" sophomore, number 11, Lindsay Andrews.
Andrews, a 5'7" sophomore guard.
Yeah, plays volleyball and softball, and she's a name to look for in the future.
Number 20, Morgan Zimdar.
And there's Morgan Zimdar, as you said, could be a big factor, a big key player for Armstrong-Potomac.
Been a great athlete for Armstrong-Potomac.
Senior, number 23, Addie Doyle.
Addie's the shooter. She can light it up at times.
Addie Voiles, the 5'5" senior, and a little senior leadership too.
Rachel Miles, again, just such a tremendous volleyball player too, and very good on the basketball court.
Hey, I noticed you say a lot of these girls play a little different sports, track, volleyball. They're all athletes. That's what's great.
It is. This Jessica Hall, she's a workhorse. She's a volleyball track state qualifier in the shot put.
So she's got some strength to her too, and I'm sure that'll help her out in the post as well.
And Courtney Hamilton, she's just been an awesome role player for Armstrong-Potomac all these years. Always doing lots of little things.
And you need that on a team to be successful too. You need your scorers, you need your rebounders, but you need somebody in there who can do the little things to bring it to you.
And Brooke Walsh, she's been a really solid player for Bismarck, very consistent.
And I gave her for Shiner of the Week. She's got a nice little black eye there as well,
Yeah.
so she knows she's not afraid to get physical.
Yeah, she's not. And she was, I'd say, my favorite player last year. I just really like to watch Joanna Bruins play.
And she's their 5th starter, so we'll go over the lineups once again for your Bismarck-Henning Blue Devils. It's Maddie Winkler, Lindsay Andrews, Addie Voiles, Brooke Walsh, and Jessica Hall. For Armstrong-Potomac, it's Abby Stewart, Rachel Miles, Courtney Hamilton, Morgan Zendars, and Johanna Brewers. And we are just set for tip here in the championship game of your 2014 Girls Vermilion County Basketball Tournament. And it'll be Brooke Walsh jumping against Rachel Miles. And the tip is away, and the Blue Devils will take control of the tip. And that's Lindsay Andrews with the basketball.
Bismarck-Henning will be very, very patient on offense.
Winkler with the ball top the key to Andrews. Andrews, jumper, no good. And a rebound. Oh.
And a takeaway by Abby Stewart.
And Addie Voiles look like she's got an elbow or something to the nose. Can't even hold her nose, but Armstrong-Potomac will take control of the basketball. And it's Courtney Hamilton with the ball. And now back to the top of the key to Morgan Zendars. Inside, Brewers, good, and that's her first bucket of the ball game. And it gives Armstrong-Potomac, the Trojans, a 2-0 lead.
Bruins strong down there in the post.
Maddie
Muscle that up there.
Maddie Winkler will bring it across and gets it to Walsh across the timeline. Now a 3-point shot, short from Addie Voiles. And Armstrong-Potomac will look to run. Oh, almost a travel there from Zendars. And it'll be knocked out of bounds and stay Armstrong-Potomac basketball.
It's like Armstrong-Potomac's come up with a lot of quick passing, quick movement right now.
And they get it inside, and that's to Rachel Miles, who kicks it out to Hamilton, now to Zendars. Is it Zendars?
Zendars, yes.
All right, Zendars. Into Bruins at the free throw line. Now to Abby Stewart, who drives left and is going to be knocked down, and that's going to be a foul.
It looks like
on number 23, Addie Voiles.
Yeah, Addie and Abby got tangled up there, and look at Abby. She's really fast. She's a 100-meter, 200-meter dasher, so you're going to see a lot of quickness from Abby Stewart.
Voiles' first foul. It's first team foul as Armstrong-Potomac has the basketball. And it's Abby Stewart at the top of the key. Over to Rachel Miles on the right wing to Zendars. Top key, now back to Miles. Looking to get inside. Bruins drops it down. And we're going to be called for travel. That's going to be our first County Market Bakery turnover of the game as Bruins called for traveling in the post. Your Village Mall, Town Center, and Tilton Bakery teams are ready to serve you 7 days per week. For teamwork, you can count on your County Market teams.
Little three-quarter press there by Armstrong-Potomac. Abby Stewart on the top of it.
Maddie Winkler with the ball. Now over to Voiles, back to Winkler. They're just working it back and forth, and you said they'd be patient, Susan, and they're showing it.
Yeah, they'll pass maybe 8 to 10 times before they even look for a shot.
And a three-point attempt, and no good for Voiles. Rebound, up, no good for Andrews, and a rebound off to the Trojans of Armstrong-Potomac.
Voiles has been open twice on that three-point line, and she can knock those down, but not so far.
Zendars brings it up and gets it to Stewart. Stewart now drives left, over to the corner to Miles. Miles drives back to right to the top of the key, goes back left, gets it to Stewart, who now gets the ball to Courtney Hamilton. Inside to Bruins. Bruins up and good.
Yeah, the Bruins does some nice things. That they're Armstrong, very patient. Very patient.
4-0 Trojans. As we are 5:14 to go here in the first quarter of the championship game. Blue Devils with the basketball. It's Winkler. Now over to Voiles, back over to Andrews. Andrews, spin move, right wing, and she's being patient.
She's got a lot of quickness too, Andrews does. She's a name to look for in the future.
Winkler resets, it's over to Andrews. Now to Hall over in the corner for Bismarck-Henning.
They're trying to find Brooke.
They're trying to work inside to Walsh, and it's just not working, and Bruin's doing a good job of
Very
guarding.
active, very active.
Walsh keeps cutting back and forth, but patience is nothing to be wrong with here. You be patient, make sure you get a shot as they go around the perimeter, just working.
Yeah, I don't really look for this entire game to be very high scoring.
And now it's Maddie Winkler, drives, looks, nothing there, over to Voiles, back to Winkler. Winkler drives baseline, free throw line, jumper's good.
Nice job by Maddie to see that she had an open lane.
It's 4-2 now with 4:10 to go on your Education Personnel Federal Credit Union time and scoreboard as the Blue Devils trail Armstrong-Potomac. Inside, and Brooke Walsh takes the pass away. And the Blue Devils will push it down the court. Andrews now a wide open lane, jumper from the right wing, no good. And a rebound on the floor, and it's Bruins who gets on the floor, and a great rebound, good hustle there, and gets it out to Zindars.
That Bismarck went away a little soon on that. Might have been able to scramble for that.
Zindars now over to the left wing to Rachel Miles. Dribbles right to the free throw line. Look to Zindars. She turns and pops the right wing. Good.
Yeah. Bismarck had the lane clogged, but the pass back out to Zindars with a wide open shot.
Zindars hits the jumper, and it's 6-2 Armstrong-Potomac. 3:20 to go here in the first quarter of your championship game of the 2014 Girls Vermilion County Basketball Tournament. Boy, this place is filled up nicely tonight,
yes,
Susan,
it
here
has.
at David S. Palmer Arena.
And, you know, hopefully a lot of people are wanting to get out and get into a nice warm area and enjoy, you know, get out of the winter doldrums.
Yep.
Come see some basketball.
That turnover, County Market Bakery turnover by the Blue Devils. Your Village Mall Town Center and Tilton Bakery teams are ready to serve you 7 days per week. For teamwork, you can count on your County Market teams. Armstrong-Potomac finds Zinders, right wing again, no good, just off. Rebound by Brooke Walsh.
But again, that open shot by Zindars. Someone's going to have to come out and guard her on that.
Bismarck-Henning with the basketball. Oh, and almost a travel by Winkler. And then she's falling back, tries to hit a teammate, but throws it out of bounds. So it's another turnover. That's 3 in the game.
Almost thought maybe something gave, like her ankle, but she seems okay.
Mackenzie Vincent has checked in for Armstrong-Potomac, and Joanna Bruins takes a seat. Bruins takes a seat with 4 points already here in the first quarter.
Vincent's a sophomore, and again, she's a really good athlete for volleyball too. And you just have the travel there, the turnover by Rachel Miles for Armstrong-Potomac.
Miles' feet move quicker than the ball did, so with travel there, a County Market Bakery turnover. 6-2 your score, 2:30 to go here in the first quarter of your championship game. Armstrong-Potomac brought the boys team with them to cheer him on tonight, which is a nice sign.
Maddie Winkler out. Brooke Walsh is handling the point guard position. She's very versatile.
Stephanie Bott now, and he's going to get fouled. She just checked in the ball game. That's going to be a foul on Zindars. And Bott will go to the free throw line.
Bismarck-Henning's blessed with a lot of long, lanky body. They have 3 sophomores that are 5'9" or taller.
Bott's first free throw up and good. And she's in the scoring column. Winkler back in the ball game and having a seat is Addie Voiles.
And Stephanie Bott will make a name for herself. She won't just be the sister of Andy Bott.
And the other free throw is good, so your Cellular One free throw. Switch to Cellular One's blazing fast 4G speeds and great rate plans to get 2 months of free service. See your local store to ask how. We're in the Jocko and Lee's famous recipe chicken and strips press box as we bring you the championship game here on 1490 WDAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com. It's 6-4 Armstrong-Potomac leading Bismarck-Henning.
Short break for Maddie Winkler. She's back in.
Zendarza basketball for the Trojans on the right wing. Now over to Vincent on the left wing. And they're doing a good job of moving the basketball too.
Yes, definitely.
Bruins back in for Armstrong-Potomac during that foul, but Vincent with the basketball top key. Now Zindars with the ball on the right wing. She's got to be careful of a 5 count here, and they get her. Good defense by Winkler there. Get Zindars on the 5 count, and that's going to be another County Market Bakery turnover.
And that's Bismarck-Henning's mode of operation, defensive holds.
Minute 40 to go on the clock here in the first quarter. Brooke Walsh, the basketball on the left wing. And she's going to be called for carrying the basketball. You don't see that very often.
No, some good defense there by Armstrong-Potomac.
We didn't have a whole lot of turnovers, Susan, in the first part of this first quarter, but now it's kind of been a run.
And some of them unforced.
Zindar's a basketball for Armstrong-Potomac. Gets it to Miles. Back to Zindar's, a floater in the lane is good.
Nice little move to the lane. Little help from Rachel Miles.
Zindar's a little finger roll and puts them up 8-4 now. And now a steal by Zindar's as she dribbles down. Looking to go the fast break on the county market, and she'll slow it down. Now shoot a three, and it is good, and she hits the three. And Zindar's now puts up Armstrong-Potomac 11-4.
Zindar's
with a minute to
that.
play in the first quarter.
She's got that ability to score quick.
She did a great job of getting the steal, pulled it back out, got it to Miles, got it right back, step back, hit the three, and it's now a 7-point lead with under a minute to play. Brooke Walsh the basketball for Bismarck-Henning. And now she will drive left, jumper from the left wing, no good, long. Rebound, up and in.
And no one
for Lindsay Andrews.
No one contested Lindsay Andrews on that offensive rebound.
11-6 now, 30 seconds to go. I think you'll see Armstrong-Potomac play for one here. But Winkler says, I'm going to guard you.
Oh, yes.
And a tip, and the ball is going to be tipped out of bounds by Abby Stewart, and that ball is going to go back to Bismarck-Henning.
Good play by Brooke Walsh to get her hands in the passing lane and cause that.
4 turnovers apiece now. As your County Market Bakery turnover, your Village Mall Town Center Tilton Bakery teams are ready to serve you 7 days per week. For teamwork, you can count on your County Market teams.
Senior Shelby Haig has been in here for a few minutes for Bismarck-Henning.
Going to get Zindar's a little bit of an extra break with just under 20 seconds to play here. As Winkler has the ball for Bismarck-Henning. 10 seconds on the clock here in the first quarter. It's 11-6 Armstrong-Potomac in your championship game here on 1490 WDAN. And now over to Voiles for three, in and out as the time expires here to end the first quarter. So we will go to break with Armstrong-Potomac leading Bismarck-Henning 11-6 in your 2014 Girls Vermilion County Basketball Tournament. You're listening to 1490 WDAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com. I'm going to be tired man when I get home tonight.
Yeah.
I got 3 more to do tomorrow night.
The boys, all the boys. Somebody doing play-by-play with you?
I'm doing play-by-play on DAN, and I've got one of the younger kids doing color with me, and then Eric Westfall's doing play-by-play on K-Rock, and Matt Gokin is doing color with him.
No, I really enjoy it.
I do too. And it's nice. They said Susan Kenner was going to use that as a volleyball coach. So you know what? It would be nice to have a female doing the girls' games.
And it's fun because I get to see all these girls all year.
Right. We start the second quarter with Armstrong-Potomac holding an 11-6 lead and what's turned into almost a packed house here at the David S. Palmer Arena for this championship game. And we got a foul on Brooke Walsh, her first, and that'll send Morgan Zindar's to the free throw line. Zindar's had a great first quarter with 7 of the 11 Armstrong-Potomac points.
And she just, that pass just threaded right through to Bismarck. I don't know how she caught that. A lot of good athleticism in that catch to draw the foul.
She misses her first cellular one free throw. Second one on the way, no good long. And a rebound pulled down by Shelby Haga. Winkler brings it across the timeline for Bismarck-Henning. Over to Walsh, now over to Voiles. Back to Walsh on the left wing, just outside the three-point line. Voiles now in the right corner. Over to Andrews, Winkler stops. Now to Andrews, who gets to Walsh. The lefty puts it up and in off the glass.
Nice bank shot there by Brooke Walsh. Good ball movement by Bismarck-Henning.
Her first points of the night, and it's now 11-8 Trojan lead over the Blue Devils. Into Bruner. Drive by Vinson. Now to Zindar's. Over to Miles. Miles will drive baseline. Gets it inside. It's partially blocked by Walsh. That was Courtney Hambleton who was trying to get it up, but blocked by Walsh.
Yeah.
And Bismarck will take the ball back over. Walsh now drives baseline on a great move. The lefty up and in.
Yeah, I think Bismarck-Henning's going to work this game back right now. Armstrong-Potomac's having some struggles with Bismarck-Henning defense.
11-10 now. Armstrong-Potomac leads. 6:40 to go in the first half. Miles with the basketball and taken away by Andrews, and she's looking to go coast to coast on the County Market fast break. Oh, and a late whistle. She goes up, and then no whistle was called, and now she's going to get it called. It's going to be a block on Rachel Miles. A real late call on that one.
Yeah, Bismarck-Henning came out favorable on that one. This could have easily been a travel.
Either way, or a charge, and so Lindsay Andrews will go to the line, though, and she hits her free throw. Sailor 1 free throw line. Switches Sailor 1's blazing fast 4G speeds and great rate plans to get 2 months of free service. See your local store to ask how.
Armstrong-Potomac has stopped going inside.
I've noticed that as well. They're kind of getting more complacent with shooting outside jumpers, and they had real success getting inside to begin the ball game. As Stephanie Bott checks in for Bismarck-Henning, and Andrews misses the free throw. So we're tied at 11. 6:20 to go here in the second quarter of your championship game from the David S. Palm Arena of the Girls Vermilion County Basketball Tournament. And we get a foul.
And Abby Stewart's back in the game, and already her quickness showing, drawing the foul off of Stephanie Bott.
And Bott's going to pick up the foul, her first, team third, as Armstrong-Potomac has the basketball. Zindar's trying to go baseline. Gets it out to Vincent for three. No good long. And the rebound picked up by Brooke Walsh for Bismarck-Henning. Walsh has done well here in this, been a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end here in the second quarter, Susan.
Yes, definitely. And
as I say
that does make the difference.
Turns the ball over as she tries to drive. Zindars with the basketball. Now we'll slow it up. And that's over to Hambleton for three. No good long. Loose ball and picked up by Voiles for Bismarck-Henning. Both teams went from kind of slow, methodic offensive end to kind of helter-skelter here late
Yeah, I
first
thought
quarter,
that was a
early
real
second.
quick shot by Armstrong-Potomac right there. I thought they had Bismarck-Henning kind of coming back off their offense and couldn't get their defense step up. It was a pretty fast shot.
The Blue Devils now slow it down a little bit, get inside to Andrews. Andrews shot up, no good. And that rebound by Courtney Hambleton. And Hambleton now will give it off to Zindars, who will bring it up the floor across the timeline, and then we'll take it back. 5:11 to go here in the second quarter. Tied at 11. Shot up from the right baseline is short by Rachel Miles. And now back to Vincent for three and hits.
Well, and there you go. There's a good work by Zindars to get that rebound and give it up to Mackenzie Vincent.
Vincent was wide open, hits the three, and gives Armstrong-Potomac a 14-11 lead. As we wind down closer to 4 minutes. And now we're going to have a foul, on Courtney Hambleton. That'll be her first.
Foul on Courtney Hambleton.
Lindsay Andrews went driving in, and Courtney kind of hedged. and came back and just wasn't quick enough to get out of the way.
Checking in the game for Bismarck-Henning is number 5, Ellen Nelson, and number 24, Jessica Hall.
Ella Nelson's one of those 3 lanky sophomores we were talking about, over 5'9".
They've got to get it in. And a 5-second call, and that's a County Market Bakery turnover on Bismarck-Henning. And they'll give the ball right back to Armstrong-Potomac.
A lot of ebb and flow going on. One team's going with the momentum, and the other one strikes right back.
We saw that a lot in the second game of our night as Salt Fork beat Georgetown Ridge Farm. Zindars now for 3, it hits! Her second 3 of the ball game.
They're double teaming Bruins down there, and Bruins had the ball and went inside out.
Yeah, they've done a great, that's one thing they have done the last 2 possessions, working inside out. We're going to have a timeout from Bismarck-Henning as they trail 17-11 with 4:25 to go. You're listening to the 2014 Girls Vermilion County Basketball Tournament on 1490 WDAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com. If you go up there and grab me some cookies, will you?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have several cars that need moved.
I don't care.
If they are not moved within the next 30 minutes, they will be towed. We have a green tempo, license plate P596692. A gray Focus, license plate N730906. A white CTS, license plate 5302707. A gray Journey, license plate P732255. A black Sonata, license plate K208599. A gray Taurus, Indiana plates 899937. And a gray Durango, license plate P732270. Again, if these cars
Keith
are not
Gibson,
moved in the
Susan
next 30
Kentner
minutes,
back
they
here
will be towed.
trying to get cars moved. They got about a list of about 15 cars where the game's going on. Brooke Walsh hits a deuce on her end, and then we just get a 3 from Addie Voiles. And on the other end, we got a bucket inside from Abby Stewart, and it's 19-16 with 3:30 to go here in the championship game, year 2014 Girls Vermilion County Basketball Tournament from the David S. Palmer Arena.
Offense is flying right now.
Inside to Bruins, no good. And Winkler down with the rebound for Bismarck-Henning. And that's going to be a block.
And she did, yeah.
I like Stewart House. She kind of looked up the ref, thought, I'm going to take this blocking foul. I'm going to try to get away with the charge, but just couldn't do it.
No, she just couldn't get it all the way in front.
Kind of gave a little smile there. A foul on Stewart, her first. Team fourth, 19-16, 3:16 to go. Brooke Walsh, a nice quarter here for Bismarck-Henning. She's got 6.
Yeah, she does so many things. She can be in the post, she can be on the wing, she can handle the ball.
Winkler with the basketball for the Blue Devils, and top the key over to Voiles. Voiles has hit a 3 here. And now kind of ball fakes, nothing there. They're being patient. I like the fact they're being patient here. Now to Andrews. Andrews takes a step in from the baseline and hits.
Yeah, no one's coming out on her on that baseline.
She hits just a ball fake. Nobody steps out. She's going to say, I'm going to step up and just hit the jumper. That's her 5th point of the night. It's now 19-18.
And here's
now
a
turnover.
Little forced pass by Zindars.
She doesn't need to force that. Just take your time, swing it around. But a County Market Bakery turnover there. And so Bismarck-Henning with the basketball. Walsh with the ball in the corner. Ball fake, nothing doing. Back out to Winkler on the left wing. Now up top to Voiles. Voiles drives right, nothing there, over to Andrews. They go cross court to Winkler. And now she picks up her dribble, gets to Voiles.
And they will be patient.
You've got Hall trying to post up down low. Andrews facing up and nothing going on. And yeah, they are being patient. Andrews now drives, nothing there to Winkler. Nothing there as well. Walsh now in the lane for a jumper.
Nice shot.
And she's got 8 here in the second quarter, and that's Bismarck-Henning's lead, 20-19.
Bismarck-Henning really, fighting their way back in, being patient on offense, doing some nice things on defense.
Armstrong-Potomac with the basketball. Zindars drives the lane up right. Shot is up and good.
Morgan Zindars.
And we've got a timeout on the floor called by Armstrong-Potomac with 1:28 to go. It's the Trojans 21, the Blue Devils 20. You are listening to the 2014 Vermilion County Tournament Girls Basketball on 1490 WDAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com.
Good thing it's a 1:28. I think Armstrong's wearing down a little bit. I think one of the advantages that Bismarck is going to have is that
they're a little deeper.
He can bring some people in and out and not really lose defense. I mean, maybe offensively, but not defensively.
I've noticed that Armstrong's not real deep. Susan Kittner and Keith Gibson here as we have a minute to go. Bismarck-Henning leads 21, or excuse me, yeah, Armstrong-Potomac leads 21-20 in our championship game of the 2014 girls basketball tournament from the David S. Palmer Arena. Voiles for three and hits. That's her second three-pointer, Susan, of this quarter. She's now got 6 total, and it gives them a 23-21 lead, and she's they got a little room. She shoots like that, they're going to have to get a little closer in guarding.
And Addie can do that. She can knock those down. She likes those.
Miles with the basketball for the Trojans. Over to Hamilton, over to the right wing now to Abby Stewart. Stewart drives and will be called for a travel. That's a County Market Bakery turnover with 39 seconds to go here in the first half.
Seeing a little frustration here by Armstrong-Potomac on that last play.
County Market Bakery is your Village Mall Town Center and Tilton Bakery teams ready to serve you 7 days per week. For teamwork you can count on your County Market teams. I expect Bismarck-Henning here to hold the ball for one shot.
Oh, they would, yeah. They will.
23-21 lead for the Blue Devils. 20 seconds on the clock here in the first half. It's been a very well-played game, really. I mean, quite a bit of turnovers here, but other than that, it's been close. It's been back and forth, and so we'll see what we do as Brooke Walsh has the ball with under 10 seconds to play. And she's going to drive, go left. The softball up, and good for the two. And that's going to end it, and she's going to give them a 4-point lead as she ends with the quarter with 10.
That was a great play. I mean, she just takes that. She's left-handed, and she takes that left hand right in, and there's no one stopping her. The Bruins tried to get in to take a charge, but a little bit too late. And
we will go to halftime of your 2014 Vermilion County Tournament Girls Basketball with Bismarck-Henning leading 25-21 over Armstrong-Potomac. You're listening to 1490 WDAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com.
Hey, Pam.
It would take like somebody scoring 50 points this half for that to change.
Okay.
You don't hear otherwise, that's it.
Okay. Keith Gibson, Susan Kintner back here at the David S. Palmer Arena as we are getting prepared for the second half of tonight's championship game and this year's championship game of the 2014 Girls Vermilion County Basketball Tournament. Susan, Bismarck-Henning leads 25-21 here at half over Armstrong-Potomac. A huge 19-point quarter for them. What do you see going forward as they get the ball here to begin the second half?
Oh, I see what they do best, their defense. They're really going to try to shut down every part of Armstrong's offense, and Armstrong-Potomac's going to have to find a way I think maybe to get inside where they were successful earlier and keep that ball in Morgan Zindar's hands and let her run that offense.
And the first shot up for Lindsay Andrews for Bismarck-Henning was in and out, and the Trojans will take the basketball as it's Rachel Miles with it on the right wing. Now to Zindars, who has trouble with it. Picks up her dribble and takes it. Now a handoff from Hamilton, who shoots from inside the jumper, no good. Just inside the three-point line, and a rebound by Addie Voiles.
Yeah, they again, Bismarck-Henning's defense really good on Morgan Zindars right now, shutting her down as she came through the lane.
Brooke Walsh with it on the left wing, back up to Winkler at the top of the key. Now to Voiles, who's hit 2 threes here in the second quarter, so you got to watch her.
Yeah, they've got to honor her out there.
Winkler now, top of the key. Armstrong-Potomac, it looks like in almost a 2-3 defense here. Voiles to Walsh. Walsh now drives the lane, the southpaw up and good.
Yeah.
As she continues her hot scoring, that gives her 12 and extends the Bismarck-Henning lead to 27-21.
Armstrong-Potomac does not have an answer on that left side right now for Brooke Walsh.
Well, that zone, Walsh gets the ball, and since she is a southpaw, has that open lane. Armstrong-Potomac now with the basketball, and that's Rachel Miles. Dribbles around to the left, now stolen. Oh, it's going to be a foul. Called on number 11, Lindsay Andrews of the Blue Devils.
Armstrong-Potomac really needs to get some points here on this possession. 6 points may not seem like a huge lead, but with the way Bismarck-Henning plays defense, 6 points could be a lot of points.
Inbounds pass to Miles, and she has the shot blocked, and it's Winkler with the basketball.
And that was a good look by Miles. It's just couldn't get it to knock down.
Now down low in the post, it's Jessica Hall for the Blue Devils. Nowhere to go. She hands it off. And then Andrews gets the ball and tries to throw it off Bruins, but she picks it up and gives it to Zindar. So the Trojans with the basketball.
Yes, and that was Bruins doing.
Oh, and Abby Stewart had a clear lane to the hoop. And now we've got a jump ball. As it was knocked away, Bruins comes down with it.
Yeah, that was classic, passing back outside instead of maybe looking to the wings. It's always dangerous to pass back out.
Well, Stewart had an open lane. All she had to do is keep going, and she's kind of picked up at the right wing. Now Zindars with the ball. Kicks it out to Miles, who leaves a jumper short. On the rebound, up and in. No, short is Hamilton.
Hamilton's had some good looks, but they're not going down right now.
And the Blue Devils with the basketball. They lead 27-21, 5.5 minutes to play, and they turn it back over. All of a sudden, we're kind of getting helter-skelter here and turning the ball over a lot. County Market Bakery turnover, your Village Mall, Town Center, and Tilton Bakery teams are ready to serve you up 7 days per week. For teamwork you can count on, your County Market teams. As the Trojans from Armstrong-Potomac, who trail 27-21, have the ball.
They're really triple teaming
And now
Bruins down there.
Stewart with a three-pointer from the left wing.
That was very much needed by Armstrong-Potomac. Very timely three.
And that cuts the deficit in half. It's now 27-24. Bismarck-Henning with the lead. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter of this championship game. Winkler with the basketball over to the right wing to Andrews. She now has it back, drives the free throw line, jumper, short. Rebound by Stewart, and it's going to go out of bounds. Her and Andrews both diving for it, and Stewart may be hurt.
Yeah, she's holding her knee right now. I don't know if she hit the ground with right on the top of the knee. Could be just a quick bruise, contusion, but she's not getting up.
I know how knee injuries go, and I've had 4 of them, 2 on each knee, and it's not fun. And when it hurts, it hurts. And she is down hard. And we'll take a break where we've got the timeout here. It's 27-24, Bismarck-Henning with the lead. 4:56 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to the 2014 Girls Vermilion County Tournament Championship game on 1490 WDAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com. Keith Gibson alongside Susan Kentner back here at the David S. Palmer Arena as Abby Stewart, who was knocked down, is not able to get up here. I don't know if it's a knee or what it is. They're still working on her. But Susan, let's talk about the night really Brooke Walsh has had for Bismarck-Henning, as Abby's going to get up here and get helped off the floor. And she's not putting any weight on that left knee, and that can't be a great thing. We wish her a speedy recovery and hope everything's okay. She took a hard fall on that floor.
She did. It's a good thing that they have an athletic trainer here, and just hope for the best.
But Brooke Walsh, Susan, has had a fantastic game. 12 points, had 10 points in the second quarter. The southpaw has just really dominated because no one's been able to, in that zone for Armstrong-Potomac, no one's been able to guard her.
No, and she's just had a clear shot to the lane each and every time. So she's done a really good job with dribble penetration.
Bismarck-Henning with the basketball, and they will inbound it to Walsh, who puts up a free throw line jumper. It's short, and rebound by Jessica Hall, and it's a jump ball, and it will stay Bismarck-Henning basketball.
And Jessica, just one of those tough-nosed kids that knows her role. Won't score much, but she just does a lot of the little things.
Winkler now will inbound it to Walsh, who has it at the top of the key. Steps in, shoots another free jumper from the free throw line, no good. Loose ball, and we're gonna have another jump ball as it's a tied up, and it'll go to Armstrong-Potomac. 27-24. Bismarck-Henning leads Armstrong-Potomac. 4:44 on the clock here in the third quarter.
And you see Abby Stewart still on the sideline. She's not really, still not putting too much pressure on that knees.
Miles with the basketball for the Trojans. Courtney Hamilton now into Bruins. Bruins up and good.
And she was double teamed as well. So that may be the key for them right now is to get it into Bruins. 27-26. The Blue Devil lead is 1.
To Brooke Walsh, who takes a jumper from the baseline and no good. And Bruins comes down with a strong rebound and gets us up to Zindars.
She wasn't going to let anybody have that rebound, but her.
She was not letting, you're right, she was not letting that go. Trojans with the basketball as it's Vincent working it around the corner. Now drives right to Miles, and she'll hand it off. Miles now back to Vincent for three, up and no good, long. And rebound by a loose ball, and it's going to be picked up by Miles, and the Trojans have the basketball.
Good hustle
Miles
by
back with it on the right wing inside to Bruins. Bruins up, no good. And we're going to have a foul. I think that's going to be on Winkler.
Again, Bruins really trying to work hard down that post. And she's been double teamed and triple teamed at times all game.
Winkler, it would be her first foul, team second. And now the inbounds pass to
Courtney Hamilton.
Courtney Hamilton, who hits the free throw jumper, and all of a sudden, the Armstrong-Potomac Trojans have retaken the lead.
Well, it's nice to see Courtney Hamilton get a shot because she's had several looks and they haven't gone down.
Andrews with the ball for Bismarck-Henning on the right side, Nowhere to go, so spins it around the perimeter.
And you've noticed Zindars is now on that corner. Well, and they just left Brooke wide open right there.
Oh, and Brooke's going to travel. Lost control of it, picked it up, moved her feet, and she had another open look. I think she was a little surprised there.
She was.
Kind of hesitated that she was that wide open.
Because Zindars just left her.
At your County Market Bakery turnover, your Village Mall, Town Center, and Tilton Bakery teams ready to serve you 7 days per week. For teamwork, you can count on your County Market teams. So Armstrong-Potomac trying to work it inside the Bruins, and we've got another foul.
Now, nice little pass by McKinsey. I mean, I think that was a drawn-up play there. Mackenzie Vincent gets that nice little lob pass into Bruins. She's got really good hands. She's going to catch it if you give it to her.
Shelby Haga with her first foul of the game, team third here in the third quarter. You're listening to the 2014 Girls Vermilion County Basketball Tournament here from the David S. Palmer Arena. Keith Gibson alongside Susan Kentner as Armstrong-Potomac leads Bismarck-Henning 28-27 with 2:45 to go here in the third quarter. Vincent with the basketball for Armstrong-Potomac, the Trojans. And she loses it out of bounds. And it'll be Bismarck-Henning basketball.
Yeah, too much dribbling. Not looking for the pass there. Just didn't have anywhere to go.
Winkler will inbound it to Andrews and take it right back. 2:30 on the clock. Walsh now on with the ball at the left corner. Over to Voiles, back to Walsh on the left wing. And they're just going to swing it around the perimeter here as Winkler has it. Over to number 13, Stephanie Bott, who's checked into the ball game. And this is what Bismarck-Henning did so well. And Vincent now gets the ball left wing for three and hits.
Now, Addie Voiles left alone is going to burn somebody.
Voiles, hits her third three-pointer of the game, and we talked about earlier, you can't leave her open. Someone's going to stay on her, and they're not. Now she's got 9, and that gives Bismarck-Henning a 30-28 lead. Bruins inside. And that's going to be a foul on Voiles. That'll be her second.
We had Brooke Walsh fronting her and Addie behind, but again, Bruins with the good hands going to catch that ball and try to draw the foul.
At the line for the Trojans,
Bruins a good post player, very strong, goes up strong, and she's at the free throw line now where she misses a free throw. Sailor One free throw line, switches Sailor One's blazing fast 4G speeds and great rate plans to get 2 months of free service. See your local store to ask how. Bruins' second free throw is good. That gives her 7 for the ball game, and it's 30-29 Bismarck-Henning. Minute 50 to go here in the third quarter of this championship game. Winkler with the basketball. To the free throw line to Andrews. Andrews up and good for the little jumper.
Nice job by Lindsay Andrews.
She's now got 7, extends the lead to 3. Morgan Zindars has been quiet and held scoreless here in this third quarter. I can see her trying to get a little involved here.
Yes, definitely. I mean, they've been doing a good job of going inside, but
Miles down from the free throw line, in and out. Bruins the
nice
rebound
job.
up, and she's going to draw the foul again. And she'll go to the line. That looks like it's going to be on Brooke Walsh, her second.
Brooke Walsh, her second.
I see Joanna really starting to get involved. I mean, you can see a lot of determination in her face.
Bruins' first free throw up and in and out around the rim.
The Trojans, Johanna Bruins.
She'll have a second one here. Stay with us after the ball game of this championship game, and we'll give you the all-tournament team as well. Bruins' second free throw was good. She's now got 8, and it's a 32-30 lead for Bismarck-Henning.
See Ivy Stewart walking on the sidelines. That's really good to see.
That is a great sign. As you're exactly right. Andrews with the basketball for Bismarck-Henning. Over in the corner to Bott. Back to Andrews. Now to Winkler. Top the key 3. Good! And she hits it.
Yeah.
Maddie Winkler with a 3 and extends the lead to 5. And Armstrong-Potomac's going to take a timeout, a Meyer timeout, and we'll take one with them. You're listening to the 2014 Girls Vermilion County Basketball Tournament on 1490 WDAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com.
It's the most shooting I've seen. Most three-pointers I've seen them make.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 3-pointers. They're putting up more points than the boys did last night.
Than the Bismarck?
Well, no, then I've watched 3 games where it's been like 28-22 in the boys' games. Westville Lays put up good points last night. It was like 38. Keith Gibson alongside Susan Kintler here at the David S. Palmer Arena, where Maddie Winkler hit a 3 right before we went to the Meyer timeout. We're under 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter, where Bismarck-Henning leads 35-30 over Armstrong-Potomac. And they're going to hold for our last shot, it looks like, Susan.
Yeah, definitely. The play before, Bismarck-Henning's long, lanky arms got in the way and forced the turnover.
Here we go, under 5 now. Andrews with the ball, jumper from the free throw line, shot is up and no good. And we will end the third quarter with 1 quarter to play in this championship game, with Bismarck-Henning leading Armstrong-Potomac 35-30. You're listening to 1490 WDAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com. I'm a total agreement with you on that one. It's been a pleasure working these games with you, by the way.
I appreciate that. It's really nice to work with you, too. It's nice to meet you.
Yes, definitely. I've heard nothing but good things about you as well.
Thanks.
I heard you do the morning show as well.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick reminder, immediately following the conclusion of this game, we will be presenting the championship trophy, the second place trophy, and the media award.
Keith Gibson and Susan Kentler back here on the VermilionCountyFirst.com and 1490 WDAN. We've got the 2014 Girls Vermilion County Basketball Championship game, where Bismarck-Henning leads 35-30 as we begin the fourth quarter. And they have the basketball, working it around. And now you're going to see maybe a little bit of slow down with a 5-point lead and late in the ball game.
Definitely, I think you're going to see it. Bismarck-Henning's really going to force Armstrong-Potomac to work hard defensively, and they're just going to use up as much time as they can.
And that ball is tipped on the pass, trying to get it to Andrews by Rachel Miles, out of bounds, but Bismarck-Henning will retain possession. And they've already let 30 seconds go off the clock.
Yes, and Bismarck-Henning does this very well, holding the ball.
Bismarck-Henning's Maddie Winkler with the ball, and now a shot by Andrews, in and out, rebound by Rachel Miles, who gets it up to Mackenzie Vinson, and she will stop for the Trojans, and they will slow it back down. An interesting thing to look at here in the third quarter is that Morgan Zindars was held scoreless in the third quarter for Armstrong-Potomac.
Yeah, and Maddie Winkler's been the person on her. I think Maddie's done a really good job defensively.
She's done a great job and also hit a big key three to help extend this lead earlier in the last field goal we have. So 35-30 Bismarck-Henning over Armstrong-Potomac. 6:40 to go here in the fourth quarter as Bismarck-Henning has now slowed things down. Brooke Walsh with the ball, left side, jumper, no good. And we're going to get over the back foul, and that's going to be on Stephanie Bott. It'll be her second of the ball game. Team 6. Interesting point. You look, Armstrong-Potomac has yet to commit a foul this second half.
No, and you know, I think really we got to look here to see Morgan Zindars has really got to start pulling something here. She needs a shot or get into Bruins, which is what they did right there, but Bruins did not go to the basket, stayed away from it a little bit.
Walsh walked to
need a spark.
Yeah, they need something here, and Stewart's on the bench. And I don't see her in the ball game. She had a knee injury earlier. I'm pretty sure she's probably going to be out for the game as she's walking over there.
Yeah, she's walking pretty gingerly.
But Bismarck-Henning now with a 5-point lead. 6 minutes on the clock. And they're just being patient, and which they should be. There's no rush as Bott has it over on the right baseline. Andrews now drives and will kick back out to Winkler. To Walsh. Walsh drives, and she's going to travel. County Market Bakery turnover by Walsh.
Leaned in just a little too much, lost balance, trying to get in that lane.
County Market Bakery is your Village Mall Town Center, and Tilton Bakery teams are ready to serve you 7 days per week. For teamwork you can count on your County Market teams. Zindars with the basketball. Over to Miles. Miles drives right, gets it back to Zindars for two, no good. And a rebound by Brooke Walsh. And there's going to be a foul on Johanna Bruins. That'll be her first. And that's the first team foul of the half.
Yeah, and a little frustration there. Armstrong-Potomac really needs to kind of hold composure right now. Just find a way to get a basket to help them get going a little bit here. They're just, nobody's coming off the bench. It's going to be these 5 playing, and they're going to have to really continue to work hard.
5:15 to go, and we got a kick ball, so play will stop here. 35-30, Bismarck-Henning Blue Devils lead the Armstrong-Potomac Trojans in this 2014 Girls Vermilion County Tournament Championship game.
And Abby Stewart's got the ice on now, so it does not look good for her coming back in.
No, Brooke Walsh with the ball, goes baseline, over Bruins, jumper, no good. And we're gonna have another foul. And that's gonna be on Bott. That's going to be her third.
Foul on Stephanie Bott.
And that's foul. That's a key foul here because that's number 7.
Yes.
So for the next 5 minutes and 2 seconds, any foul by Bismarck-Henning is going to send Armstrong-Potomac to the free throw line. And with a 5-point lead, you just can't have that.
No, and this may be the key here. Try to keep drawing fouls and getting to the free throw line for some points.
Bott's going to take a seat, and for her is number 24, Jessica Hall. And at the cellular one free throw line for Armstrong-Potomac is number 12, Courtney Hambleton. And her first free throw is good. And she's now got 3 points, all coming here in the second half. And it's a 35-31 lead for Bismarck-Henning. She can cut it to 3 here in the second free throw.
And it's good to see Courtney get some points here. She's one of those kids that does a lot of the little things as well.
And it's a long one, but it's off the hands of Walsh, and Bruins picks it up, and Armstrong-Potomac will keep possession. And now Benson with the ball.
And Bruins,
Bruins
she's
wants
won
it.
that
She was
ball.
asking for it, got it, couldn't connect.
No, she was doing the jumping jacks, trying to get them to notice that she was open.
And now Voiles with the ball, and I think Bismarck-Henning's going to slow it back down with 4.5 to go. Andrews on the right wing, and they're just going to get it back out to Winkler and reset everything.
Armstrong's really picking up their intensity right now.
35-31, 4:20 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Who's going to want it more? Brooke Walsh with the ball on the right baseline. Gets it inside the Hall, and it goes through her legs, or through her hands, excuse me. And the ball out of bounds, and nope, going to be a jump ball after Zindar saves it. And it'll be Armstrong-Potomac basketball, and the boys team over there cheering them on, making a little noise for them.
Yes, you need a little bit of spirit. You need a little spark here.
Rachel Miles with the basketball across half court. 4 minutes to go in this championship game here on 1490 WDAN. Miles now picks up her dribbles at the top of the key. Backdoor to Zindars. Zindars up and no good.
They just can't get a ball to fall right now.
Brooke Walsh with the rebound. Gets it out to Winkler. And Winkler done a fantastic job. We're going to have a Meyer timeout by Bismarck-Henning. 3:49 to go in this championship game. It's the Blue Devils 31. The Trojans are 35. The Trojans 31. You're listening to 1490 WDAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com. They've missed 4 layups.
Yeah, they have. I mean, they have it.
Well, if Bruins hits that layup when she was wide open and then Zindars hits that, it's a tie game.
Yeah. Zindars is trying to get contact.
Yeah. You always call at the right times. I'm in a timeout, babe. You'll have to call me back later. All right. I'm probably going to get out here till 10. I still got 5 minutes to go in this game, and I got to do all tournament teams. So if you want to go to bed, I'll just talk to you in the morning. All right, love you. Okay, love you. Bye. Keith Gibson, Susan Kintner here from the David S. Palmer Arena as Bismarck-Henning leads 35-31 in the championship game of your 2014 Vermilion County Tournament. And a missed shot there by Jessica Hall. Bruins a rebound, gets to Zindars, and she's working hard. Gets to Vincent. Vincent ball fake down the right baseline, goes up for the shot, and we're going to get a jump ball call, and it'll go to Bismarck-Henning.
Yeah, that was just a little bit. I think she was trying to make the shot happen, but it's a little bit out of control on that and caused the jump.
Blue Devils with the basketball, and it's Maddie Winkler. Over to Andrews on the right wing. To the post to Walsh. And we're going to have another jump ball, and it's going to go back to Armstrong-Potomac.
And credit Bruins with that. Just her strength and her ability to get to the ball there.
Morgan Zindars had 12 points in the first half for Armstrong-Potomac. Held scoreless here by Bismarck-Henning in the second as they trail by 4, 35-31. Miles the ball now to Zindars. Zindars drives left, sees a hole, gets it back out to Vincent for 3, long, and Andrews down the rebound, and she's going to step on the line out of bounds, and it'll stay with Armstrong-Potomac.
Yeah, another good-looking shot by Armstrong, but you got to feel for Armstrong right now. It just, these 5 girls have played the entire second half, and they're really working hard, and you know they've got to be so tired.
They're working hard. They just can't get anything to fall. As the inbounds pass goes to Bruin. She puts up a shot, no good. And you can see she falls down a little slow to get up. She's getting tired. All these girls are. They're playing hard right now. And into Bott down low. And a nice bucket there and a nice pass by Brooke Walsh to get it to her. Bott's got her point, and we're going to have another timeout.
Yeah, Coach Hipsher's got to give them a little bit of breathing. They are really tired right now.
They're winded. 37-31. Bismarck-Henning leads over Armstrong-Potomac with 2.5 minutes to play. You're listening to 1490 WDAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com.
For the Trojans, Ashley Gayhart.
Ball game. Are you kidding me? Good luck with that.
St. Joe will be there too.
I don't like how they do it anymore. I know where I grew up. I grew up in Flora, Illinois, just south of Effingham. They have to go all the way to Carterville to play their regional. 2 hours. Keith Gibson, Susan Kintler here at the David S. Palmer Arena in the championship game of the 2014 Girls Vermilion County Tournament. And a turnover by Armstrong-Potomac, and I think fatigue's really kind of starting to set in for Armstrong-Potomac, Susan.
Definitely. Number 22, Abby Gabehart, is in for Joanna Bruins right now, and maybe a little bit of rest. Bruins really need Bruins in there, especially in the inside.
Zindars picks up the foul. That'll be her first.
Morgan Zindars.
Team second.
Her second.
37-31, Bismarck leads. 2 minutes, 5 seconds to go on the clock. Great crowd tonight. You can join us again tomorrow night for boys Vermilion County basketball action here on WDAN starting at 5 o'clock tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a warm place to be, so come on out.
And a turnover. Oh, Zindars, I thought almost kicked it. Can't pick it up, and now she does. So Armstrong-Potomac with the basketball after the turnover by Bismarck-Henning. They trail by 6. Miles, jumper in the lane, blocked, grabbed by Bott. And now Armstrong-Potomac's going to have to think about fouling with 1:38 to go. Winkler with the ball.
Yeah, no legs right there on the shot.
And Zindars with the basketball, and the coach not too happy about that. That was almost a shoulder block there.
Morgan Zindars.
Zindars second.
Team third.
1:32 to go. Bismarck-Henning leads by 6.
Yeah, they're try to hold this ball probably for the rest of the time.
Brooke Walsh with the ball over to Andrews. Zindars guards her closely. Now Walsh with the ball. Guarded by number 22, Ashley Gayhard. And still by Zindars. She's looking to go coast to coast on a Maya fast break. Layup up and good, and her first 2 points. And we've got a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here as Zindars got her first bucket of the second half and cuts the deficit to 4.
By the Trojans.
And I think
Also
maybe that,
checking
I
into
know
the
they're tired.
Trojans, number 4,
I know
Erica
Armstrong-Potomac is
Sprague.
fatigued, but maybe that's what they need right now is a little defensive pressure.
Yes.
Because they get a turnover, go coast to coast, they're down 4. There's not, I mean, 1:13 doesn't sound like a lot of time, but in basketball, it can be an eternity.
And this is the Vermilion County Championship, and, you know, Armstrong's not going to give up without a fight. They're going to continue to try to pressure. They're going to find a little bit of, you know, energy to try to pull this game out.
Bismarck-Henning, 17 fouls. So if you're Armstrong-Potomac, you get the basketball, I go right at them. I try to get inside, I try to draw the foul, go to the free throw line.
Yeah,
So-
looks like they're playing a little offense, defense right now. They've got number 4 in Erica Sprague. Maybe spark a steal or something.
Bismarck-Henning with the basketball, and they get it inbounds to Andrews, Lindsay Andrews, and she's going to be fouled by Rachel Miles along the sideline.
They still have a couple of
Second,
fouls
team
to
4.
give, so they can go for the steal.
Inbounds by Bismarck-Henning to Winkler. They're going to have to foul here, go for the steal. Winkler gets around, and they finally get the foul. And that foul is going to be on Ashley Gayhart, her first.
And still have a
Team 5th. They still got 2 more to give. 1:04 on the clock. Bismarck-Henning leads 37-33 over Armstrong-Potomac. Inbound pass to Brooke Walsh. And Gayhart will get the foul here again. And that's foul number 6. So they have 1 more.
I think maybe, you know, go for the steal on the inbound. Don't let him have the inbound pass. Go for the steal for the inbound.
Winkler to inbound it. And they get it to Andrews. Andrews now, they aren't pressuring her right off the bat. Time is running off the clock. They trail by 4. 55 seconds on the clock. Miles now the steal, and she's going to try to go coast to coast. The layup, and it's blocked, and a foul is called. They get Andrews on the foul, coming across the body.
Foul on Lindsay Andrews.
Nice effort by Armstrong-Potomac. That was Zindars and Miles' effort there, and effort was rewarded. Miles drawing that foul.
Rachel Miles to the free throw line for her first one is no good, just short. Not much legs there.
No.
So she'll go for
tired.
her second Cellular One free throw. Switch to Cellular One's blazing fast 4G speeds and great rate plans to get 2 months of free service. See your local store to ask how. Second free throw is good. 37-34, 49 seconds to go.
Some more pressure right here.
And we're going to have full court pressure. Andrews with the basketball. Gets up and just stops. And now Zindars is going to foul.
Ooh, the crowd's getting in on that one a little bit.
That was kind of a hard foul. She didn't have to do anything like that. but now the officials are talking. So Andrews will go to the line.
Team 7.
Zindar's third foul.
Checking in the
Or
game
fourth,
for the
excuse me.
Trojans,
That's her fourth.
Mackenzie Vincent. At the line for the Blue Devils,
Just really
Lindsay
surprised that
Andrews.
Bruins isn't in right now.
Andrews to go to the free throw line. 37-34. Bismarck-Henning, she can extend the lead. Free throw up and good.
Nice shot.
That's a clutch shot right there. Puts
Now
it
it
up
becomes
4.
a 2-possession game.
This could really be big. Andrews' second free throw, no good. Rebound by Hamilton. And she gets to Zindars. 38 seconds to go. Zindars works to the right. Around the corner, baseline. Shot. Back to Miles, top of the key, short. Zindars a rebound, and she'll be fouled and go to the free throw line.
Yeah. Good try by Rachel on the three-pointer, and again, really good effort by Zindars.
Team 9.
That foul on
At the
Maddie
line for the
Winkler, her
Trojans,
second,
Morgan
team
Zindars.
9. Zindars will go to the line for 2. These are big. Zindars' first one's good.
Checking into the game for the Trojans, number 4, Erica Sprague.
Again, a little offense to defense here by Coach Hipsher.
38-35, Bismarck-Henning leads Armstrong-Potomac. Zindars' second free throw, good. It's now a 2-point deficit.
Checking into the game for the Trojans, number 10, Holly Hamilton.
And Zindars, who has 4 fouls, is going to check out offense-defense now. Winkler to check it in to Walsh.
Little trap
Walsh,
right there.
And that's going to be a foul as she is fouled as she crosses half court by Rachel Miles. That's going to be Miles' third
on
foul.
Rachel Miles, her third. Team
And Brooke
8.
Walsh will go to the free
At the
throw
line,
line. They are
Blue Devils,
clinging,
Brooke Walsh.
Susan, to a 2-point lead.
Yes. Bruins, she did not foul out, did she?
Who's that?
Bruins, Joanna Bruins.
No, she's only got 1 foul.
Yeah, she's
Checking into the game for the Trojans, number
maybe,
20,
you know, Coach
Zindars.
Hipsher,
Number 12,
maybe he's
Courtney
trying to get
Hamilton.
a little quickness going defensively. Maybe
Brooke.
save her offensively.
Brooke Walsh to the free throw line for the Blue Devils. First free throw up and good.
Yeah, nice job.
She's now got 13. Her first points of the fourth quarter.
This will be a big one right here.
This could make it a 2-possession game. They lead 39-36. Walsh's second free throw from the cell 1 free throw line is short. Rebound by Rachel Miles. Then up to Zindars. Zindars now across the half court line to Miles. Miles shoots it.
No legs
short.
there.
And it's out of bounds. No legs right there.
She
on
had
that
a wide
shot.
open
For the
shot,
Trojans,
but just
number 4, Erica Sprague.
no legs on
Number
the
10,
shot.
And we're going to have a timeout on the floor, a Meyer timeout. Meyer proud to be a new neighbor in Danville and proud to support local high school athletics. And we've got a full timeout, and we'll take one with it. We'll be back. 39-36, Bismarck leads Armstrong-Potomac in the championship game of the 2014 Vermilion County Basketball Tournament here on 1490 WDAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com.
Gotta give Armstrong credit.
I don't know why Brooms isn't in.
Whatever she said, something or
Well, she was red-faced.
oh, I know. I mean, she fell down there.
Yeah. Keith Gibson, Susan Kentler back here at the David S. Palmer Arena. It's 39-36. Bismarck-Henning leads Armstrong-Potomac in your 2014 Girls Vermilion County Tournament Championship game. And these are big free throws right here from Lindsay Andrews, Susan.
Yes, I mean, Bismarck-Henning inbounded the ball down on Armstrong-Potomac's side, and they had a little trouble with the ball. Armstrong-Potomac did not get a quick foul off until 5 seconds. What is it, 9 seconds left?
Andrews hits the first free throws, and that's first free throw, and that's big. And we're going to have another timeout on the floor, another full. We're going to keep it right here.
Timeout called by the Blue Devils.
They lead now by 4, 40-36. Andrews has another free throw coming up here from our Cellular One free throw line. We're going to have our Mr. Trophy and Aqua Illinois player of the game, and then we'll announce the all-tournament team as well. But what do you think? The key right now has been, I think Armstrong-Potomac kind of ran out of gas.
Yeah, I mean, right now they've been using their bench because they have 2 offense and defense, trying to get the quick ones in there to get a foul or to try to come up with a steal. But for the most part, they have played solidly 5 kids for most of the second half, with Abby Stewart going out with a knee injury. And that's just, played a toll on it, especially when you have a team like Bismarck-Henning who will just be patient with the ball and just run you defensively. And it's really been tough on Armstrong-Potomac, but I give them a lot of credit for really just, sticking it out and being really tough-nosed.
Andrews' second free throw out of the timeout is good, and it makes it a 5-point lead with 9 seconds to go. And Miles now will pick up the ball. Gets it to Zindar. Zindar drives through the lane. It's out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Brooke Walsh, but Armstrong-Potomac will hold the basketball. And now we'll get a sub back in. There's Johanna Bruins checking back in for Ashley Gayhart. 5 seconds to go. Bismarck-Henning leads by 5. Miles in, no good. And Bismarck-Henning will win your 2014 Girls Vermilion County Basketball Tournament. 41-36. We'll be right back here on 1490 WDAN and VermilionCountyFirst.com with our country financial stats of the game and our Aqua Illinois and Mr. Trophy player of the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give both of these teams a big round of applause on an excellent championship game. The second place team in the 2014 Vermilion County Girls Basketball Tournament, the Armstrong-Potomac Trojans.
After they get their trophy, can you run over there? I'm supposed to get a picture for the website and see if they can I can get a picture.
Ladies and gentlemen,
see if they can come over to
your
us and get a picture with them.
2014 Vermilion County Tournament champions, Bismarck-Henning Varsity.
Keith Gibson, Susan Kindler back here at the David S. Palmer Arena as we've just crowned the 2014 Girls Vermilion County Tournament champions in the Bismarck-Henning Blue Devils as they beat Armstrong-Potomac 41-36. Susan, it was a fantastic ball game.
It really, really was. And at first half, it was back and forth. Bismarck-Henning had good defense. Armstrong-Potomac got off to a fast start. Bismarck-Henning gained some momentum, especially with Addie Boyle's 3-point shots in the first half. And then to start the second half, Bismarck-Henning, solid defense and some really good-looking dribble penetration by Brooke Walsh to really help them take the lead and never really relinquish it throughout the second half.
We'll go over our country financial agent Dave Harvey stats of the game. Call Dave today for all your financial needs at 431-8722. For Armstrong-Potomac, they were led by Morgan Zindar, 16 points. Morgan had 12 points in the first half, 4 late, but really didn't get much. Anything was shut out the entire third quarter.
Yes.
8 points from Johanna Bruins, who I thought played very, very well the entire game, played tough in the low block as well for the Trojans. 5 from Abby Stewart, 3 apiece from Courtney Hambleton and Mackenzie Vincent, and then a single point from Rachel Miles. For the Bismarck-Henning Blue Devils, 13 from Brooke Walsh, including 10 in the second quarter. 9 from Addie Voiles, 10 from Lindsay Andrews, 5 from Maddie Winkler, and 4 from Stephanie Bott to round out their 41. We're announcing the all-tournament team now. And your all-tournament team, your Aqua Illinois and Mr. Trophy all-tournament team, Delaney Durst from Oakwood, Sadie Edwards from Oakwood, Ginny Kimbrough, who had a great game
Yeah, she
tonight
really
from Salt
did.
Fork. From Georgetown Ridge Farm, Brittany Hay. Brittany, another huge game
Yes.
tonight. Brooke Walsh from Bismarck-Henning. Addie Voiles from Bismarck-Henning. Lindsay Andrews from Bismarck-Henning. Rachel Miles from Armstrong-Potomac. Mackenzie Vincent from Armstrong-Potomac. And Morgan Zindars from Armstrong-Potomac. That is your 2014 all-tournament team. And we thank you, Susan, for joining us tonight for the championship round of the 2014 Vermilion County Tournament. You can catch the boys' action starting at 5 o'clock tomorrow night on WDAN with the game at 5 o'clock. Then we have the third place game at 6:30. And then at 8 o'clock, it's the championship game between Bismarck-Henning and Westville. Bismarck-Henning could end up with a sweep this
year.
year.
And, yeah, thanks for having me, Keith. It was just a great night for basketball, really good games all the way around. And, you know, that's what Vermilion County basketball is this season, I think. A lot of really good teams. You know, and now we're going to look at finishing up the conference and going into regionals, and just a great night of basketball.
It is, and we'll continue it tomorrow night, and we're looking forward to that. So have a safe night out there. Stay warm. Have a safe trip home. We thank you for joining us here on 1490 WDAN of VermilionCountyFirst.com. It was the Bismarck-Henning Blue Devils over the Armstrong-Potomac Trojans to win the 2014 Girls Vermilion County Tournament title. And we'll be back tomorrow night. Thank you very much. Have a safe night, and we'll talk to you soon.
Whether black eye I just have to think of that.
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully we'll have school. Because I know if Christmas doesn't have school, they won't.
Cheerleading. Cheerleading things tomorrow.